Hello everybody. This is to all the moms out there that are using Lifepac curriculum. I have found through the years of using it on how I can divide it to better ease my assignments at home with kids and organization. Lifepac curriculum comes in either 5 or 4 subject core. I choose the 4. I keep the Bible out. I also like to include 2 subjects per folder. I have 2-inch folders that I've been using for kids. Costco has great prices on them this time of the year. And I do 2 subjects per folder, 2 folders per kid for the first half of the year, 2 folders per kid for second half of the year. So an example, my son Andre has book, where's the book? Oh, there it is. Book 1, August through December 2019. That's math and English. And then he's got book 1 also for the other 2 subjects, social studies, aka history and geography, science. Obviously your English is phonics and reading. That falls under that. Arithmetic obviously is your math as well. Social studies is your history and geography. Anyway, so this is your first half of the year, book 1 and book 1, and then your second half of the year goes from January through May or sometimes June, and this is your book 2. Okay. Inside these folders I have them organized in Lifepac curriculum comes with 10 books on each subject. First 5 books for first half of the year, second 5 books on the second half of the year. So I will have unit 6, that's book number 6. So this is obviously book number 2 looks like, okay? So this is gonna be your second half of the year, book number 6. What I normally do is I take, I'm gonna give you an example of this one because this is brand new. I just got this from my daughter, Karina. And I'm working on that right now. I'm setting her up right now as we speak. So here's a fresh new start. I'm doing per book, let me give you an example. And I will take snapshots of this particular page to help you understand better. Per book, at the end of each book, you will have page numbers. I just take page numbers for each one. For all 5 books of that subject, so in this case, all math or all language arts, it's 2 separate subjects here. I will add them up, all the books. In this case, this is math. You've got 52 for each one, all 5 books. It's 260 total pages. It will include pages such as, like this one, with your subjects, descriptions and what they're going to be learning. Sometimes you'll include page like this, and which is all great because when you're dividing, you will have that extra grace period in there that you don't have to worry about. So in this particular case for my daughter, I divided them 260 pages total. There's 90 days in first half of the year, 90 days second half of the year, 180 days total per year, school year. That would be 2.88 pages per day. Again, side note guys, page is a side, one side, not both. So anyway, that's 3 pages plus or minus per day. I do not divide tests. I keep them separate for that day, not including with the daily assignments. So I'm going to give you an example. I started my stars this morning. Addition, there's my first star. She will be required to put her name and date on this line somewhere, or even here. She needs to create her own line, and that's going to be required for every day. So there's your first star. She needs to do this. She will read her assignment, telling her what to do. And then she will continue with this and with this. This is her 3 pages for the day. Her next one begins with patterns. That's the next subject she's going to be learning. So that's going to be her second day. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? But going on to the next page, this is still part of that page 3 because we don't want to divide what they're learning. So then the next day begins with quarter hour. Now she's going to be learning a brand new concept. She's going to be required to read this and understand what she's learning. Name and date required each and every single time. And cursive writing, those are my expectations that I have for my homeschool curriculum. Also, so that's going to be her 3 pages for that day. quarter hour she's going to be learning. I can add it to her third day, or I can keep it together with her self-test. Quarter hour, she's just learning a brand new subject. So I will go ahead and choose, because it's such a small subject, I will in this case go ahead and choose to keep it with her test. Maybe I will remove the star and keep it together. I haven't decided yet. Or maybe I will include it with this particular day. It just makes her day a little bit longer in math if I choose to do so. So, but most times, I did not give you a good example, because most times I keep their test apart and separate from their daily assignments. So I carefully choose to divide how their daily assignments are going to go. So, and with Lifepac curriculum, in the middle of each book, it comes with a, so the self-tests are your weekly tests. The kid will have it approximately, sometimes they fall on a Monday, sometimes they fall on a Tuesday, sometimes they fall on a Friday, but those are your weekly tests. It depends on how you divide your assignments. They will have the self-test. They will also have a monthly test called Lifepac test. So everything that they've learned in this particular first book will be on their Lifepac test. They will be required. It will tell them, and it will give them as to when to study for the test and when to be prepared for that test. Oh my goodness, I do not see it. I don't know where it is. I'm not sure where it is. It should be in the middle of the book normally. Awkward. I may have to redo. Oh, there it is. Yay. All right. So here's your Lifepac test. I normally put this, now that I've divided my folders, I put them in the, I punched the holes through. I used my cutter to cut the pages. I can show you what the cutter looks like. I punched the holes. This right here, I will have to pull it out, and it needs to go to the back of that book, of that first book. And each book comes with one of those, because it's like your monthly assignments, and they will be required to review all their stuff before they can take their test. Our self-tests at home, for my own personal preference, are open book. So self-tests like these are open book. They can look back. I encourage them not to, but they can look back and see if to see how they can, if they have any questions or anything like that, how they prepare themselves. On the Lifepac test, it's a closed book. So they will take their test, but they cannot look back on their assignments. It's to see how much they have learned and how they've progressed. I somewhat tried very hard to make sure I include public school setting setup, because like 45 minutes per subject. If they take a little bit longer, it's okay. If they take less, I do question sometimes, but not always. I encourage that as well. So, so we do try to incorporate a lot of the public school setting when it comes to the timing completion as well. That's pretty much it. So this is for the Lifepac curriculum. This is what I encourage moms to do. This worked for me for the last, I don't know, 11 years, 12 years. I've been homeschooling for quite some time, and I haven't put my titles in the folders yet. Obviously, I'm still working on that. I let the kids decorate their own folders if they like to, or I can just title it myself when they don't want to do it anymore because they're a little bit older. And so strongly encourage you guys to have, for the Lifepac curriculum, this is what I would do. Text me, or if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.